this was a short week, both in terms of mileage and number of runs. As predicted, I had to spend a few days resting my Achilles that I hurt last week. Immediately after the run, I started alternating icing and heat, and spent a lot of every day with either a heat pack or ice on it, and that started to make a difference. On Wednesday, I actually got something called Graston, like a big butter knife that scrapes away at the detritus and inside where your injury is the best I can describe it. But anyway, that seemed to help. And I combined that with cold laser treatment, which is meant to kind of accelerate the healing process. I think it was like $30 for the Graston, another $10 for the laser, or the other way around. So it cost me $40, but it was definitely a great investment on top of the heating and the cooling. And if I hadn't done all of those things, there's no way I would have been back running on Thursday. So the running from Thursday through today, Sunday, was kind of a little bit of recovery effort. I had planned to do some pace running this week, but really didn't do much of that. So I ran 6 miles on Thursday, 6 miles on Friday, 7 miles on Saturday, and then today I ran 16 miles, where I did do some marathon race pace work early on in the run. But the week and the recovery kind of caught up to me by the end of my run today. It was a slow jog the last 4 miles of today's run, but got through it. Learning points this week is firstly, listen to the advice of people who know what they're talking about on an injury front. It was very clearly indicated to me that unless I iced and heated and rested, that I wasn't going to get back running in this thing, and so I followed that religiously as the week went on. I tried the additional treatments, which I think kind of accelerated things for me. People out there know what they're talking about and don't just try and wing it when you've got an injury. As you get closer to the marathon race, there's obviously a tendency to want to just stick to your plan and make sure that you do everything and cover everything. And if it says do speed work, then do speed work. But it was obvious that I needed to manage my recovery from this injury, even though it was a minor one, and not press things too much. So focus just on getting back running and getting the miles in, and we'll worry about the plan or catching up next week. One last takeaway I have from this week and a little bit from last week is that you need to lock in your nutrition and your hydration and your shoe plan pretty early. I kind of experimented a little bit again today with that when I pretty much settled on the shoes I was going to wear and how I was going to fuel and where I was going to carry my water, and I tried something a bit different today and it kind of backfired on me. And it's like, if you found something that works, stick to it. I tried different shoes today. For example, I plan to run the marathon in Adidas Adios Pro 2s, and today I tried wearing the Nike Vaporflies, and I'm going to do a piece on the Vaporflies versus the Adios Pro 2s, and also the Saucony Endorphin Pros, which I run a lot of races in. And just from the perspective of an older runner like me and at the pace I'm running at, I think the Adidas are the best choice, but I'll cover all three of those shoes and why I think that in a separate post, so please look out for that on the site. So on to week 9. Hopefully I'll get back to doing some speed work on Wednesday. I've got my last long run in the preparation for the marathon at the end of week 9. It's a 20 miler next Sunday, so I look forward to reporting back on how that went.